Hey everybody, and welcome to another episode of ArrrCee, where we're trying to keep good games alive. I'm ArrrCee, and today we're checking out Dustoff Heli Rescue 2 on the Switch. This is a cool little 2D helicopter rescue type of game. And, you know, I really wasn't sure what to expect from this game, and I'm actually having a lot of fun with it. It feels very old school, but it's got this sort of, you know, new school approach to the graphics. You know, everybody could probably tell it's got sort of a Minecraft type of look to it with all the voxely, boxely, you know, type of models that are on screen here. But I assure you, regardless of the look, because I know that this look sort of deters people away from certain games, this game is a lot of fun. So let's just jump right into it so I can show you what it's all about. I've made it up to mission 10 and 11 here. I'm at that point now. And you unlock new missions as you, you know, do better and get more stars and that kind of stuff. But let's just jump into the very first level here so you can get a taste of what you're actually doing. So what's happening is you're playing as a helicopter. So far I've had two different missions. One is where you're saving troops, and another is where you're taking out the enemy. So we'll do one of each, and then I'll show you sort of where I've left off, because this game, it's interesting. It goes from like really fun and easy to actually really challenging, but I'm still having a great time with it. All right, let's jump right into this first mission here. Now, I've played a good portion of this game in the portable play style, and I can definitely tell you that this game plays really, really well in portable mode. So if you're looking for a fun, you know, easy to play game on the go, this is your game. So here you go, mission 1. When you start, you actually have a few different options depending on how much gold you have. You have the option of starting with more ammo up here, so you would activate that if you need to. I have had to activate that on one mission so far. It was actually pretty important that I used that. We're using a helicopter called the Cayman, but you actually start off with several helicopters back. So when you start the game, you know, you start with very minimal weapons, very minimal helicopter, but as you go, you get the option to use money that you've collected from killing enemies and finishing missions to unlock new helicopters that are either more powerful, well, basically both more powerful, and they have more health. So as you can see, as it goes on, you know, you start with the Sokolsky, and then you move on to the Cayman, because these are the, you know, basically the two different cargo helicopters. And then you start with the for the actual, you know, attack helicopters. You have the Samurai, and then you move on to the Snake, and then eventually you'll move on to the Hua. Sorry if I totally butchered that, which I'm sure I did. But as you can see, as you go on, you keep getting to unlock all these really cool helicopters. Every one more powerful than the last. This one, you get in mission 30, which is way down the line, because it looks as though there's about 35 missions in total. But once you get past that, you can actually unlock all of these silly different ships here, too. So you have a moon pod that you can unlock by collecting a lot of these different dog tags. Strewn about every level, there are dog tags you can collect to unlock these helicopters. You can get the helicycle, and there's a UFO you could eventually get, too. It looks like if you get every dog tag. But let's see here. Let's use our Cayman. Let's jump right into this level. So what you're going to have here is, up in the top left anyway, you're going to have your gold amount, which will go up as you kill enemies, and you're going to have your amount of, you know, troops that you're going to have to deliver. So ours is 0 out of 4 so far for this mission. You also have a timer. So depending on how fast you actually do a mission, you know, you'll get stars based on, you know, what they think you should have done and what you actually did. You can get 3 stars if you do everything you need to do within the time limit they give you. Controls are a bit interesting to get used to at first. You're actually using the top trigger buttons, so whenever you land or take off, well, here when you land, you kind of hit the buttons back and forth together to land. But to take off, you actually hit both trigger buttons together like this, and you take right off. And then you use the left trigger button to go left, and the right trigger button to halt and start going right, and use the actual joystick to turn your helicopter whichever way you want to go. It takes a little getting used to during the first couple of missions, but once you do, it totally makes sense. Alright, so what we're doing in this is, again, one of the easiest missions you can do in the game. You actually want to take your crew over to this flag here. So you'll jump out, so you get your 4 out of 4. And it'll tell you to return to base. And you're going to use the map at the very bottom to kind of guide you where you need to go. These right here, if you land, they're landing zones, and when you get in here, you can actually repair your plane for a certain amount of money. You can give yourself a mid-level save if you need it, and you can also resupply with your ammo too. Obviously, this level is super easy. We're not going to need to do any of that right now. I don't think there's even any enemies that we came across in this level. Very easy introductory level, but it gives you an idea what to expect here. But you got to be very careful landing your helicopter. As you can see, I've lost a bit of health there, and that was just because I did not land flush and you know, gently. You got to be very careful when you land. There you go. That's the end of the mission. And we got 700 gold just for doing it. So you can see the stars here. You can see our current time was 156. Target time was 130. So we wanted to get it under 130 to actually get that 3rd star. But you get 1 star for completing it and another star for staying alive. So very important to stay alive. So if you die during the mission and you have to restart at a save point that you had previously, then you're going to lose that star. Alright, let's jump over to mission 2. This one we actually have to destroy some enemies, so let's jump in and let's do some destroying, huh? Alright, so we got the snake. Yeah, we're gonna stick with... Let's see here. Yeah, we don't need the Cayman for this because we're not carrying anybody, so we'll stick with the snake. But depending on which helicopter you're using, you can actually switch between different weapons, and these different weapons will unlock as you keep going. So you can see the next one we can get is where we complete mission 16. We can get rockets on our helicopter, which is super cool. And you're going to want those because there's times where there are some really annoying tanks in this game that shoot rockets at you. In fact, some of them are heat-seeking, and they can be a huge pain in the ass. Here we go. We got one coming up. I'll be getting this one pretty soon. Once we complete mission 11, we'll get a grenade launcher. So, can you imagine being fitted with grenades and rockets? That'd be pretty awesome. All right, let's jump right in. So you can see down below the map, the red circle is what we have to take out. That's where the enemies are. So we're going to head over to the red circle. Now, I'm going to give you another tip while we're doing this here too. Is the closer you get down to the ground, the more damage you're going to do. I was actually making a huge mistake before where I wasn't anywhere near the ground. I was like way up in the air as far as you can go trying to shoot these guys. I was like way at the top here. And I kind of had to do like this little dance where I'd go back and forth trying to kill enemies, and they'd take me out quickly, and I wasn't doing much damage to them. But the closer you get down to the bottom, the more damage you're going to do. This is a little unfair for the enemies here too, because I have a souped-up, you know, helicopter at this point after all the mission upgrades and stuff. But as you can see, like, you could go back to these missions and get your 3 stars super easy. Like right there, boom, that's a 3-star mission. And you're going to find that you are going to have to go back to these missions to get money, because after you unlock a helicopter, you are actually going to have to, you are actually going to have to use money to unlock those helicopters. So the most recent one that I got, the Cayman, was actually 4,000 gold. So not only do you unlock the chance to get the helicopter, but you got to have money to buy it too. So you'll end up going back to older missions and redoing them to get them. Let's do mission 5 here just for fun. And I noticed that there is one dog tag that we didn't get in this level. You can always check by pausing. You can see at the bottom that we've collected Dustoff 2 dog tags. We have 4 out of the 5. So there's one still hanging around somewhere. Let's see if we can find that before we actually finish this mission here. And what's cool is that if you collect a dog tag, here it is. If you collect a dog tag and then you die or whatever, you have to restart, the game saves that you've collected that one. So when you come back, you'll have, you know, that one collected, won't have to worry about it for the future, which I really appreciate in games when they do that. Saving a little bit of progress for us is always nice. Blow them up. Alright, so this one we have a bunch of enemies we gotta take out up here. See how close we get and see how quickly they blow up? Before, I'll show you what I was doing before, I was actually up here and I was just kind of like trying to destroy these guys on the ground as best I could by going over them like this, but you can see that that is just not a great strategy or approach to it. So the closer you get, the better you're going to do. Of course, you're going to be more in the line of fire, but the damage is going to be negligible compared to the damage you're doing to them, which is the way you want it to be. But there we go, mission is over. We may be, you know, at half health or whatever, but as long as we can make it back, we're going to be good. Boom! We get one extra blow up at the end there. Now, the helicopter we get in the future, it might be so powerful that we probably could fight enemies from way up there and it won't even matter. But there we go, there's another 3-star and more gold for us. Let's check out Mission 8 here, because Mission 8 was actually one that I had a lot of... I had a pretty hard time with. I had a lot of problems with it. I was trying to figure out how exactly you're supposed to finish this one, and this is where I discovered that the closer you are to the ground shooting enemies, the better you're going to do. Let's see here. So in this one I did do double ammo, so we're probably going to do that here just so we'll be able to get through it. But there's actually 2 landing zones, and I was having this problem where in this one, this mission's a bit different. It's one of the newer missions, aside from, you know, carrying crew and destroying enemies. This one, you have to destroy enemies while escorting a convoy to the end. So let's do our double ammo here, and let's start. So, you have 6 convoy vehicles you're trying to escort, and if they, you know, if they blow up, that's all there is to it. We actually want to not waste our ammo on those guys. So there's our convoy. They're coming down from the underground tunnel. So we actually gotta stick with them, or at least fly ahead of them to take enemies out so they can get through safely. Now we're doing pretty good here, but the thing you want to watch for in this mission is your health. Okay, that's another blow up there. There's another one. Okay, so we have almost cleared everything up. I'm going to land very quickly, though, because I am going to do a health and a save. Let's get back to it. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this guy out and collect a dog tag, because I saw it right behind that house. So what's going to happen, you can see we cleared the whole way for our convoy, and they're not even over the bridge yet. So they haven't even started. Before, I would have the convoy like halfway through the bridge, and I'd be losing like 3 of them, and I'm like, what am I doing wrong? And that's where I discovered, like, oh, if I fly closer, I can take these guys out quick. So you're going to notice here that even though we've taken everybody out, we're going to have a few extra enemies show up here at the end. So we need to take care of them as well. We're going to take a few hits, but that's okay, because as long as our convoy gets through, that's what's important. There we go. Oh, and we got more enemies showing up. Alright, we're gonna have to just eat it here, grin and bear it, and swoop through and take them out. 1. There we go. And I think all 6 are actually gonna make it. That might be the first time I've actually gotten all 6 there. I think before I might have gotten 4 when I finished it. But I've already gotten a 3-star on this, and I do have 1 dog tag to find. So let's go find that 5th dog tag, and then we'll end the actual level. But it's interesting, as you can see, like, just that one tactic really helped me in this game, because I was having so much trouble with this level. I came to a standstill where I basically, was getting really frustrated, because I was like, how is the rest of the game so easy? And then this one mission I'm trying to finish, I cannot get past. Once I figured that out, it changed everything, so definitely use that tactic when you're playing this game. Let's see if we can find this dog tag here. Still nothing. Some of them are up in the air. Majority of them are usually hidden down in the towns and Sometimes they hide them over here behind the base and that kind of thing. See, we just threw... Oop, don't hit that too hard. There we go, okay. Just flew through the whole thing. I didn't even see a pair of dog tags. I wonder why. They must be somewhere. Are they under this thing? No. I was thinking maybe they put it in the building, but I guess no. Why would they do that? That's what they'll need to give you when you finish the game. They'll need to give you some kind of a dog tag, you know, some kind of a dog tag radar, I guess, on your map at the bottom. That would probably help help you quite a bit trying to find these at the end. Because to me, I'm having a lot of fun with this game. Seems like the kind of game I would come back to trying to... How am I not finding these last dog tags here? They must be somewhere, right? But it seems like the kind of game I'll come back to every now and then and just keep picking at, doing a couple levels here and there and collecting dog tags to unlock the fun UFO vehicle and stuff. Alright, we're going to do one more pass through here. If I don't see the dog tags, we're just going to move on. So I'm not going to spend all day looking for one pair of dog tags here. But that is annoying. Where could it have been? It must be in this front area here, because I skip over this every time. Like, it must be down here somewhere. I guess not. Oh well, we're gonna move on. We're gonna move on to whatever the newest mission is that I have. And land. There we go. Another successful mission. Need to find that dog tag, though. Okay, so we are here on 10. And on 10, we have one of our forward bases is under attack. They ask for immediate support. Repel the attack. Our base must not be destroyed. So this one will be pretty interesting. Wow, 2,300 gold for finishing this one. So when you repeat some of these missions, you're probably going to get a lot more than you would with some of the earlier missions. I think just for safety's sake, I'm going to go with more ammo at the start here. Sounds like we really got to get over there, though, and help our friends. So let's get over there. And we don't need to take those guys out. See, that guy has the heat-seeking missile. You see that? That's, I think, the first time I was actually able to dodge the heat-seeker. I feel like it's hit me like almost every other time. There we go. Take him out. Oh. Oh, geez. Didn't mean to do that. See how badly that could hurt you hitting the ground? My helicopter's like going nuts as well. Wow. And I did not land right. Well, there you go. There's a blow up so you guys can see what it looks like. And that's a mission fail. So let's restart. Let's be a little bit more cautious this point. Wow, and I just wasted that gold too. Alright, let's do this. So it's a race against time. I mean, you want to do something fast, but at the same time, you got to be safe enough to keep your helicopter going, you know? You can't be reckless. Oh, there's some dog tags. I'll come back for them. You know how it is collecting stuff. You see things, you're like, oh, I should get those. There we go. I got a pair. There. We took our time getting through that. Spun a little bit, and we're safe. Okay, so this is the convoy we got to take out. Oh, geez, they were hitting me right head on. Wow. That... Oh my god, that was probably... Wow. That was not a smart way to go in, was it? Okay, trying again here. Oh, that one got me. Alright, go slow, go slow. Don't hit, nah. Okay, okay, we lost a little bit there. Oh yeah, we're gonna have to refill here. We don't have a choice. Alright, let's do health, ammo. Let's do a free save there just so we don't have to start over again. It's usually my strategy with these levels here is I try to get through them first, and then you'll unlock, you know, more powerful things to use. Here we go. This is working just a little bit better. Do a little bit of a bob and weave. Go back. Now you can see the percentage on the left side is going down a bit. They are taking out our base just a bit, but it looks like we have a lot more coming. The real question is, do we have another landing zone? Because if we don't, I may not be able to make it through this. We'll see, won't we? Take out that tank. The trucks are easy. Oh no! This is a tough mission. We go back to last landing zone because that's where we were. That's where the, you know, the 2 times ammo is really going to come in handy. Pop up a little bit. Oh, he got me with that one. Oh, nope. Okay, spin around. Sometimes the helicopter feels a little goofy. Oh, jeez. That was terrible. Sometimes it feels like you have complete control of your helicopter. So when you're turning around, you're like, I got this. But, you know, there's other times where you're turning around and it just feels really strange. Like, someone else is controlling my helicopter. What's going on? So the real problem is your helicopter, you don't actually have control over what they get to shoot. It's automatic. So when he's shooting, we might as well just grab these dog tags now while we're at it. Okay. So, you know, you can't tell your helicopter to stop shooting if you want to conserve your ammo for, you know, this kind of stuff that's going on. Okay, we took that guy out. Let's see if we can get over to back to the landing pad. I don't know if it'll actually offer us the chance to refill our stuff again, but it's worth a shot, right? Oh, it does. Okay. Well, I'm going to do both because I just want to get through this mission. There we go. Refueled. Repackaged. Let's do this. We got a new save. We can make it through. That's kind of what I like about this game, though, is the way they set up the saves and the upgrades and stuff. Like, you've got to be quick, right? Oh, take that guy out. Don't let him hit me. Oh, jeez, everyone's pegging me right now. Come on. Move that helicopter. Let's go, dude. Okay, so we survived. Okay, that is the... Okay, that is the mission. So now we gotta somehow return to base without dying. See if we can do it without hitting the... Oh, no, that's a death. Oh my god. Again, being reckless and going way too fast. You know, I thought that mission 8 was tough, but, you know, I do think that this mission outweighs it on the difficulty scale. I'm having a lot of trouble with this one. And I ran right into the building. Oh my god. We are going to finish this mission, okay? That is the goal here. Let's not run into the building, though, huh? Okay, spin. Turn around, dude. Oh, jeez, I'm dead again. Wow. I cannot get over that hump of turning around. Okay, so that is a death trap. Let's keep that in mind. Let's not go over into that corner, because every time you go into that corner and I try to turn around, I just get pegged. So let's try to turn around just a little bit earlier. And you don't want to sit in the same place, though, because then you're a sitting duck. You want to try to dodge stuff a bit. Okay, we just gotta take out that guy. Okay. Oh, let's get out of here. Yikes. Alright, this time I am gonna land, and I'm gonna re-health, because I really don't want to die again. I want to get through this mission so we can get to further missions and unlock more powerful, useful things. Alright, don't... Oh. That was almost a terrible landing. So, since you're using the trigger buttons, there is a bit of finesse to it, and it can be just a little bit, you know, finicky. And sometimes you just really got to be careful. Alright, okay, we got through this. Alright, so we're gonna be good now. Getting through that little area. The air pockets are a bit strange and whatnot, but we're gonna be okay now. How many dog tags are we at? We're at 4 out of 5. Should we just search for the 5th one? There has to be one I just, like, flew over and missed, right? I think there was one in the middle of the desert that I said I'd come back to, but I didn't see it this time coming back. I feel like the dog tags, I feel like sometimes they kind of switch positions from where they were originally, so maybe that's what's happening. Because I remember playing a mission and saying, like, okay, I gotta go get this one dog tag, and I went back to the area it was in, and it wasn't there. It actually ended up being in a completely different area in the map, so... Let's see if we can find this 5th one again, huh? We've destroyed just about everybody. I mean, it shouldn't be hard to get, right? I could have swore it was down here in the desert somewhere. Last I saw it. But if it jumped somewhere, I mean, who knows? Could be anywhere. Do I want to risk going through here again? Let's try it. Alright, that wasn't so bad. Just don't hit a building. Okay, I'm not seeing dog tags. We did pick up some dog tags in that town earlier. Wow, I was about to say, how did that guy not blow up yet? I know we picked up these in the town earlier when we were fighting, but I don't see a 5th bear. Maybe they disappear after a certain amount of time. Maybe if you're in, you know, the level too long, they just go away. Could be. I really don't know. But it's 2 missions so far we spent a lot of time in, and we weren't able to find the 5th set of dog tags, so that's the only thing I could really think of. Right, let's try to make it through here in one piece. Let's finish this mission. We'll call it a day. So yeah, this game just came out last week. It's $14.99. It is in my opinion, a really good $15 game. If you are into helicopter games, you're into 2D, you know, old school feeling type of games. This feels like a game that would have came out, you know, on the Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis or something era. You remember those, like, you know, what were they, like jungle, what were they called, the helicopter games where you'd fly around, you had to use missiles on different buildings and stuff like that. A couple of those were isometric and whatnot, but it's interesting because this combines one of those games with, you know, almost a 2D Contra feel, because it's not platforming, but you are using your triggers to have the helicopter, like, you know, dodge things that are on the ground and in the sky and try to, you know, deal with all these different enemies on the ground, and you're shooting, and, you know, I think this is a really cool game. This is one that, like I said, just caught me off guard, and I'm having a lot more fun with it than I really expected I was going to, but I'm going to leave you there, guys. That's the first 10 missions, so there's 30, I think it's 35. Let's go all the way to the end here and find out. 31, 32, 30, yep, so there's 35 missions altogether. You can see that, you know, if the missions are going to keep getting more difficult like they were with Mission 10, you know, the game is going to have quite a bit of, you know, replay value for you to keep going through all of these missions and go back and collect gold to unlock all of the cool different ships you can get. I can't wait to get the UFO. That's going to be a ton of fun. You even get different terrain, it looks like. It looks like you're going to be going through some snow areas here. We're through the desert. I haven't gotten to the green area yet. That looks like it's going to be coming up here in a second. Is that number 11? Yeah, so 10 must be the last desert map, so we're moving into a whole new grassy area, which is pretty exciting. I just want to take a look at it real quick here before we end. A new tile set. It's always exciting. But yeah, I definitely recommend this game. I'm having, like I said, a ton of fun with it. I've been playing it off and on all week. It's a great game that you could just play portably. You know, play 1 or 2 missions, and then come back to the next day, play 1 or 2 missions. Let's see. Oh yeah, this is cool. It's got like this fall look to it. I really like it. But there you go, everybody. That is Dustoff Heli Rescue 2. I've never played the first game, but playing the second one, I don't know how vast the improvements are, but it really makes me want to go check out the first game and see if it's just as fun as this one. But there you have it. That is the game. And I will see you all next time on GGRC. GG, everybody.